You are exhausted. Not the good kind of tired. A soul-deep fatigue. Your calendar is a crime scene of other people's priorities. Your energy account is bankrupt. You said yes to the unnecessary meeting, to the extra project, to the weekend favor, and with every agreement, you felt a small, essential part of yourself quietly resign. You are so accommodating, so helpful, so well-liked. And yet, you feel invisible. A ghost in your own life. Here is the devastating paradox. The more you say yes to others, the less respect you command. The more available you make yourself, the more people see your time as a public commodity. You are trading your sovereignty for approval scraps. And the market is crashing. But what if I told you there is an art? A profound and elegant discipline, hidden within Japanese culture, that reframes no, not as rejection, but as the highest form of respect. It's called Enryo no Chikara, the power of restraint. This isn't about being rude. It's about being so rooted in your purpose that your boundaries become silent, unshakable laws of physics. When you combine the graceful restraint of Enryo with the deliberate practice of Kata, you unlock an almost supernatural authority. People stop seeing you as an option. They see you as a destination dot. But here's the problem. You've been conditioned your entire life to believe that refusal is failure. That setting a boundary is an act of aggression. So you swallow the no. It curdles in your stomach into resentment, and you show up to your own life with muted passion, wondering why your path feels so cluttered, so unimpressive. Meet Alex. He is 32 years old, a project manager at a mid-tier tech firm. He makes $85,000 a year, which sounds good until you factor in the city, the student loans, the vague but persistent sense that he is perpetually behind. Alex's professional identity is the fixer, the reliable one, the guy who never pushes back. His calendar is a mosaic of beige block status updates, cross-functional syncs, quick chats that derail his afternoons. He hasn't written code, the work he actually loves, in 18 months. He administers the work of others. His internal dialogue is a broken record. Just keep your head down. Don't make waves. Be a team player. Maybe next quarter they'll see your value. His financial struggle isn't about starvation. It's about stagnation. That salary is a golden handcuff, just enough to make the leap into something unknown feel recklessly stupid. He is trading years for a gradual, comfortable decay. The catalyst wasn't dramatic. It was a Tuesday. His manager forwarded an email at 7 p.m. A client had moved a deadline. A huge deliverable was now due Friday. Alex, I know it's tight, but you're our rock. Make it happen. He read it, and instead of the usual anxious adrenaline, he felt nothing, a flat, hollow void. He sat in his dark apartment, the blue glow of the screen etching lines into his face. That night, his body rebelled. A crippling migraine, the kind that feels like a geologic event inside your skull. Lying on the bathroom floor in the dark, a single sentence cut through the pain, clear and terrifying. This is how you die. Not with a bang, but with a series of accommodating whimpers. This was his dark night of the soul. Not in a forest, but on cold tiles, a slave to a screen he never set boundaries with. During his forced downtime, adrift in a haze of recovery, he stumbled down a rabbit hole. An article on Japanese psychology. Not just about minimalism or ikigai, but about social physics. About the unspoken rules that govern respect. He discovered a trinity of concepts, a complete operating system for sovereignty. Concept 1. The core mindset, Enryo, restraint as respect. This was the revelation. In the West, we see no as a door slammed. In this framework, Enryo is the graceful space you create. It is withholding immediate response to give a request its proper due. It is the pause that signals value for your own time, and paradoxically, value for the other person's request by not treating it lightly. It's not, I refuse. It's, this deserves more consideration than a rushed yes, I can't honor. The mindset shift is seismic. You are not being disagreeable. You are being deeply respectful of the reality of your own limits. Concept 2. The evolution. Framework. The 3 Kai stages of no. This is your growth path. Kaiko, the opening. Awareness. You simply begin to notice the automatic yes muscle twitching in your throat. You map your resentment. Kata, the deconstruction. You dismantle the false belief that your worth equals your availability. You practice the pause. Let me check my commitments and get back to you. This stage feels awkward, like learning a new language. Kaizen, the continuous improvement. Here, no becomes a subtle, ongoing practice of refinement. You don't just decline, you cure it. You shape your life's direction through a series of intentional, quiet refusals. Concept 3. The daily system. Kime no Kata, the form of decision. This is the tangible practice. Kata in martial arts is a pre-arranged form. You drill it until it's muscle memory. Alex created his own kata for requests. Step 1. The pause. Breathe in. Count to 3. Do not speak. Step 2. The bridge phrase. Thank you for thinking of me. Let me consult my priorities. Step 3. The honest, ungarnished response. My focus is committed elsewhere until Friday, so I cannot take that on. No over-explaining. No fabricated excuses. Just clear, respectful reality. He found a mentor in an unlikely place, a biography of Jiro Ono, a sushi master. Jiro didn't accept every customer. He curated the experience through relentless exclusion. A line stood out. What are you refusing today, so that your one yes tomorrow can be a masterpiece? This question gutted Alex. His purpose wasn't to be a helpful functionary. His purpose, buried under layers of accommodation, was to create, to build, to solve meaningful problems, not just administer them. And the modern science validated it. Dr. Julia De Gangi's work on neuroelectricity shows that boundary violations literally create brain stress patterns similar to physical threat. The work of Dr. Cialdini on influence reveals that scarcity and selectivity increase perceived value, a principle called the rule of scarcity. By making his time and focus scarce through respectful restraint, Alex wasn't being difficult. He was aligning with a fundamental psychological principle. What is rare is valuable. The beginning was frustrating, invisible. He started his Kime no Kata. He used the bridge phrases. The first few times, his heart hammered against his ribs. People seemed surprised, a little confused. One colleague joked, "Who are you, and what have you done with Alex?" He felt like a fraud. The old script screamed in his head, "Just say yes. Be helpful." He spent weeks 1 to 4 just practicing the pause, saying, "I'll need to circle back on that," and walking away. The progress wasn't in external results. It was internal. The space between stimulus and response, which had been 0, was now a 3-second sanctuary, a continent of choice. Around week 6, the shift became undeniable. He was in a planning meeting for Q3. His manager was doling out projects. "And Alex, you'll lead the legacy integration, of course?" The old Alex would have nodded, already feeling the weight. The new Alex performed his kata. Pause, breathe. "I appreciate your confidence in me. However, to do justice to the new platform build, which aligns with my core focus this quarter, I need to hand off the legacy project. I can help transition it over the next 2 weeks." The room went still. Not angry, shocked. His manager blinked, then said, "Oh, okay, that makes sense." Let's figure out the transition. It was a small earthquake. No one yelled. No one fired him. The world adjusted to his new tectonic plates. He had moved from blind copying of the always say yes script to adaptive application of a principle, respectful clarity. He started blocking 4-hour creation blocks in his calendar, marked in red, non-negotiable. He turned off Slack notifications. He was no longer a cheap hotel with an always open lobby. He became a private library with limited, precious hours of access. With his reclaimed time and mental clarity, Alex did something he hadn't done in years. He thought. He looked at the problems his company was solving inefficiently. He saw a gap, a specific type of workflow automation for project managers that didn't require expensive enterprise software. Using his nights and his sacred red blocks, he built a crude prototype, a tool for saying no to busy work. He showed it to a few trusted former colleagues. Their eyes lit up. How much? They asked. This was the scary leap. The business opportunity wasn't a grand vision. It was an anti-problem, a solution to the very drain he had escaped. He had applied Enryo no Chikara to his product philosophy. It would do one thing exceptionally well and refuse to be a bloated all things to all people suite. He saved for 6 months. Then, with a heartbeat in his throat, he quit. He didn't burn bridges. He used the Kata. I have immense gratitude for my time here. My path now requires my full focus on a new venture. I'm committed to a smooth transition. It was the most respectful, firm no of his life. A year later, Alex is in the restage, the stage of transcendence in the Shu-Hari framework, where discipline flows like nature. His small consultancy, built around his automation tool, is profitable. Not unicorn profitable, but sovereignty profitable. He works with 3 clients he deeply respects. He has time. One afternoon, a young developer, drowning in requests, reached out to him, desperate. How do you do it? How are you so focused? And in that moment, Alex became the mentor. He didn't lecture. He asked Jiro's question, what are you refusing today, so that your one yes tomorrow can be a masterpiece? He saw the young man's eyes widen with the same terrifying, liberating recognition he had felt on the bathroom floor. The cycle was complete. So let's synthesize this trinity. Enryo is your core mindset. Restraint is the highest form of respect for others and for your purpose. The 3 Kai is your evolution framework: awareness, deconstruction, continuous improvement of your boundaries. Kai no Kata is your daily system, the drilled form that turns philosophy into automatic, graceful action. Together, they form an unbreakable cycle. The mindset informs the framework. The framework is enacted by the system. The successful practice of the system deepens the mindset. This is how you transform from an accommodation ghost into a sovereign artist. So, the transformative question for you is this. Where are you right now? Are you in Kaiko, drowning in yeses, but feeling the first ache of awareness? Are you in Kata, struggling through the awkward, terrifying first attempts to decondition your need to please? Or are you approaching Kaizen, ready to refine your life into a series of beautiful, deliberate refusals that make your one powerful yes resonate through your entire existence? The ultimate truth Alex discovered, and the one waiting for you, is this: your power is not measured by how much you can carry for others, but by what you have the disciplined courage to set down. Your no is not a barrier between you and the world. It is the sacred space where your future self gets to live. If this path from invisible to undeniable resonates with you, then your first act of Enryo is right here. Subscribe to this channel. It's a small, clear yes to your own growth, and a no to the distraction that would pull you away from it. Then, in the comments, I want you to practice your Kai no Kata Answer this with clear, respectful honesty. The one thing I need to start respectfully refusing to create space for my masterpiece is declare it. Make it real. The community is here to witness your first step on the path of Enryo no Chikara, the path of power.